What up, YouTube? It's Jay Coffee back with an NFL blog, man. A Bills Mafia, Buffalo Bills news video, as well as some other NFL news. So, join the discussion in the comments, but we're going to jump right into things. And this is the kind of stuff you don't want to hear going down during preseason. You know what I mean? We know the preseason shortened one game this season. We got an extra regular season game. And people have been saying this for the longest. Preseason don't need to be 4 weeks long. Guys get hurt, etc. What's the point of it all? And we all just kind of sit back with our fingers crossed, hoping no one gets hurt. On our teams, whoever we're rooting for. And my Bills had a injury at practice today. Isaiah McKenzie, outstanding wide receiver, in my opinion. A little further down the depth chart, but still one hell of a receiver who signed an extension during the offseason. It was dope. It was dope to see the team make that effort to keep him in Buffalo. He was out there on that practice field, though. And Jordan Poyer, one half of the best safety duo in football, Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde, apparently laid a hell of a hit on him. Not a lot of info out there, just that Poyer tried to pull out of the play. But when you're going full speed, I guess, that's not so easy to do. And it was too late. And, the trainers had to come out. Apparently, Josh Allen ran over there and was kneeling next to his teammate like, man, what's going on? And now we're hearing that it was a shoulder injury and he has to get an MRI done. So that's not a good sign, man. Like I said, this is the worst thing you want to hear. And it just feels so, I don't want to say stupid and disrespect these guys or anything, but you just are like, man, how does that happen? You know what I mean? Fellow Bills fans, who remembers some years back? It's all irrelevant now because we got our quarterback, Josh Allen. But J.P. Losman, a guy who a lot of people were high on. Many people thought that he had a hell of an upside with his scrambling abilities and things of that nature. Do you guys remember he got his leg broke? I think it was by Troy Vincent, who, if my memory recalls correctly, was also a safety in practice. They said Losman was out there running all over the place, doing his thing, playing quite impressive, and then broke his leg. And, reportedly, Losman was never really the same. I know a lot of people are going to say, Jay, stop talking about J.P. Losman. He was a stone cold buster. It's just something that popped in my mind. You know what I mean? There were people that thought that he was never the same, but aside from his scrambling and everything, his decision-making, pocket presence and all that wasn't all there. But, hey, sometimes a serious injury can do that to a quarterback. You know what I mean? Like, remember Trent Edwards? But anyways, getting back to what we're talking about here, this just is really shitty to hear. We do have a lot of talent at wide receiver, like I said. Obviously, Stephon Diggs, Emmanuel Sanders, Gabe Davis going into his second year, who had a hell of a rookie season. Cole Beasley, who we're going to get to a news update on in a moment. Isaiah McKenzie. I want to know, too, do you guys think that Marquez Stevenson is going to make the team? That guy's really been impressive, man, through preseason. But hell, it's just preseason. But hit the comments with your thoughts on all this, guys. Just the worst thing to hear. But in other news, as I was just bringing up, Cole Beasley, a guy that was in the news a lot over the offseason, speaking out against the health medical protocols regarding the health crisis. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Who I love this dude and everything, and I love that he was standing up for what he believes in. But I started saying, man, chill out, Cole. Let's just keep this amongst your players, your fellow Buffalo Bills brethren. You know what I mean? Just like the same way Josh Allen got put on the hot seat about, the health crisis, if he was going to get that treatment or whatever. Josh sidestepped it and then just kind of kept things in the locker room. Cole Beasley kept going on Twitter and going in about it or whatever, but it finally died down. You know what I mean? I just didn't want Beasley to end up blackballed out the league, although he let it not be known he was ready to stop playing football and retire if it came to that over this situation. But how ironic is this that there's reports that Cole Beasley has been sent home for 5 days, not because he came up positive, but because he was around someone who did come up positive. So this is a tweet here from Gary Sheffield Jr., who is in the sports media. He says, so the trainer Cole Beasley was in contact with did have the treatment. Beasley himself was negative and still has to go home for 5 days. Sounds a lot like punishment for being untreated rather than protocols to protect their health. And then another guy, John Scott, out of the Buffalo sports media, also said, this is exactly type of situation Cole Beasley was fighting against all along. The league punishing untreated players, even as they test negative. Should be interesting reaction he had and others on the Bills have to this. So, there you have it. That's some of the stuff Cole Beasley, jump in the comments, everyone, with your thoughts. As always, if you're new over here, that's what this channel is all about. But that's what a lot of Cole Beasley was saying. You know what I mean? It was getting twisted to that he was just a crazy conspiracy theorist and, all he was trying to do was shit on the treatment. But in reality, he was kind of talking more along the lines of how players that they were trying to take the choice away from players by, implementing stricter policies and rules on individual players that were didn't have the treatment, or teams that weren't at that 85% treated mark. You know what I'm saying? And this is kind of, in a sense, what Cole Beasley was talking about. So it's very ironic, and it'll be interesting to see if Cole Beasley gets on Twitter and starts going off regarding all this. But like I said, he kind of chilled out on all that, so maybe he won't. I don't know. Tap in, comment, let me know your guys' thoughts. And we got one more thing to go over here. As y'all know, we've been talking a little bit about the Chicago Bears. You know what I'm saying? The whole drama between Mitch Trubisky and, Bears fans, and Stephen A. Smith going in on Mitch Trubisky, who, is now with Buffalo and went out and showed out against them in a preseason game. We were talking a bit about that, but we were also talking about Justin Fields, okay? The impressive rookie, drafted out of Ohio State. I really wanted to see, will this guy start? Well, the answer has came.
Start Justin. Yeah, so we're going to start Justin for that game, and I think it's going to be a good opportunity for him. And then, we'll be selective across the board for the other players as we go. Correct. Yep.
So that's just a brief clip, my bad, y'all, from the Bears coach, and it's kind of, that's what's being put out there by the sports media. It's kind of hard, deceiving, I guess, or hard to understand, because you hear him saying something about Justin will start. He's saying Justin Fields is going to start the final preseason game. But week 1, Andy Dalton is the Bears guy. So jump in and comment. Let me know what you guys think. Everyone wanted to see, I'm not going to say everyone, but I'm going to say the majority of Bears fans, or just NFL fans in general, I think, wanted to see Justin Fields go out there and get the starting nod come week 1. He's impressive. He's exciting. He's the kind of quarterback that the NFL, the game, has kind of evolved into. You know what I'm saying? A mobile quarterback who can just go out there and make exciting plays, very athletic. Just a, outstanding athlete. He's had a good preseason thus far, and he's going to play that final preseason game. But against my Buffalo Bills, he did get rocked. But aside from that, he struggled a little bit. He only really succeeded against the 3s and 4s. And I don't know, you never want to rush a rookie quarterback ahead out there and have him start too early. It can be very damaging to the psyche of the rookie quarterback. So it seems they're going to take it slow, start Andy Dalton. Y'all let me know what you think about that. But check this out. This was interesting also. I don't know if you guys caught this as we were just talking about that Bills versus Bears preseason matchup. Justin Fields was in an interview was mentioning how when he was out there playing, he heard people at Soldier Field, or I'm sorry, when Dalton was out there playing, people were chanting to put Fields out there. And Justin Fields sounding like a hell of a teammate and a mature rookie, because you'll see what he had to say on the screen, but more or less paraphrasing here, he basically said, listen, this isn't helping Andy Dalton. It's disrespectful to Dalton. Like, let's support whoever's out there, who our starter is. You know what I'm saying? Let's be solid fans. Let's support our team. And like I said, I commend him for that, for being a mature rookie, because we know in the NFL, in other sports, or whatever you do in life, you know what I'm saying? Having an ego, getting ahead of yourself can only damage yourself. You know what I mean? So shout out to Justin Fields. Looks like come week 1, he is the backup to Andy Dalton. Y'all let me know what you think about that, as well as all these other topics we covered in this video. This has been Jay Coffee Talk, back with some more NFL news. Hit them comments. Let's talk. If you're new to the channel, guys, please subscribe. We're going to have so much NFL content coming all season long. And as I just stated about 4 times during this video, it's all about coffee, talking it up with you guys in them comment threads. So please join the discussion. Stay tuned. We cover a lot of other topics over here as well. Music, current events, crime stories, all kinds of stuff. We just talk. It's like when people subscribe to me, sometimes they're just like, damn, Jay, we never know what we're going to get from you. You know what I'm saying? If it's going to be something about a hip hop story or something that happened in the news, current event wise, like we just talk it all over here. And we have live streams 3 to 4 times a week at night, where you can call in and, you know, we can coffee talk it up. You know what I mean? So thanks for watching. Look forward to hearing what everyone's got to say. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Y'all have a good one. I'm out of here. Peace.